Hey guys, Coaching for the Soul Thursdays at 3 has begun in a new location because with the door open and it's open, the light comes in and makes me look like a ghost. So if you're watching this live, hello, hello, hello. If you are watching this on my YouTube channel, please subscribe to the channel. Please like the video. Please leave a little comment, even if it's an emoji or a hey Bill, whatever. Lots of emojis would be great. And I appreciate that. But yeah. It is a great day in Detroit. Hey Sherry, 75 degrees, sunny outside. Feels wonderful. No humidity. Unfortunately, humidity is good for us. You don't get enough of it. Light's coming in from this side, so this side's kind of shaded. Don't know if I can get that light to come on or not. I don't know. Hey Lisa, what's going on? Let me see. I don't know if I can do that or not. Hang on, guys. Let me just see. I can get the light if the light makes a difference. Oh yeah, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. I don't like it though. I don't like it. Okay, so I'm doing all this now because I was busy with membership readings all day. So yeah, so it'll have to be okay. Have to be okay. You'll just have to see half my face. So yeah. So yeah, it is a beautiful day. It's a beautiful day. Energy's good. Do a little bit of astrology stuff. I don't know what we're going to talk about. I don't know. My heart's full of something. So hey, Robin, how's it going? So we'll investigate it. We'll just let it come out, right? So yeah. What else are we going to talk about first? Well, first of all, we're going to talk about some astrology stuff, which is Uranus going into Gemini for the next 7.5 to 8 years. That is going to change everybody's lives. He has been in Taurus for 7 years, 8 years, whatever it is, and that's the mud. But now it's going to take off like a freaking, it's going to be fabulous. All just the blow-ups and the breakups and the destruction of things. So it's very interesting. It's very interesting how we always wonder, you know, as humans, how's it going to happen? How's the transformation going to happen? How's this going to happen? How's this going to happen? How's the world going to change? Things like that. And this is how. Yeah, this is how. Again, I'm not as schooled as I want to be on astrology, but hey, Vicky. But I'm getting there, right? So it connects more and more to who I am every day. So it's already been internalized. Hey, Susan. So it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. So that's one thing. That's the biggest thing going on now is that transfer. Hey, Diane. That moving of Uranus into air sign of Gemini. So it's free. Okay. And hey, Jules, what's going on, my friend? How are you, sister? Doing okay? We did have a conversation. Just call me sometime, will you? Yeah. And I wanted to talk to you for, I don't know, they want me to talk to you for like months, and whenever I see you on, my heart gets this big. So, yeah, just, I think, love for you, because you're like my sister. You know, yeah. So, that's pretty cool. And lots of things that were stuck are now going to explode, not implode, but explode because of Uranus going into Gemini. So, think about your life in the past 7.5 to 8 years. What has moved forward? What has exploded into good, or what has imploded into you getting inside of yourself and wondering WTF? Okay, so it's a huge thing, and it's going to last until 2033. 34. Okay, and that's gonna be an interesting experience for all of us. Okay, because Uranus doesn't care. It's going to, if it needs to change, it's going to blow it up. Okay, and that's why, as we've talked about in the past, about all of the things going on in the government, that's how it's going to happen. where it hasn't happened in 7.5 to 8 years, right? So that takes us back, right, to 2018. No, 2000. We got 6, we got 8. About 2006, 2018, right? 2018 and a half. Yeah. Hey, Marcy. Oh my gosh, how are you? What's going on? Haven't seen you forever. Not forever. Gosh, I'm glad you joined. Yeah, it's cool. So now I can see how things are going to happen. How, not imagine, but I have it all, right? We all have it inside, right? But I just have to click on just being and how it's going to pan out. Okay. Hey, Lisa, what's going on? Oh my gosh, all my friends. It's great. Very cool. Very cool. Hey, Laura, namaste to you too. It's awesome. So there is going to be lots of turmoil, lots of craziness, lots of transformation, let's just say, in Uranus blowing up things. So I was going to mention this, is that one more dictator's gone, okay? It happened last weekend. Viktor Orban in Hungary. Remember, Spirit said all of the dictators will be gone by 2030 or 2032. One more's gone. So now we're probably down to 6, probably 6. I believe there's 8, not counting who wants to be in ours. But understanding that this is interesting, right? Because with Uranus going into Gemini, this person has been in power in Hungary for 16 years, all right? The administration we have now in our government looks at that as the model of how to take over the government. Now, they have 9 million people, I believe. Hey, Sue, what's going on? How are you? I miss you too, Marcy. And so as we go forward, the model's now gone. And as the new government deconstructs it, okay, they believe that they'll be able to be ready when the masses want to take ours back to where it was prior to who's in there now, okay? So it's very, very interesting how I can see how things are going to happen here for the rest of this year, okay? Because again, Uranus doesn't care. It's going to blow it up, okay? When it's not expected. When it's not expected, see? Because Gemini is the twins, and it is air, okay? It flows to and fro. It swirls around like a tornado. It comes in as a windy hurricane with the water, right? And so the wind can ruin all kinds of plans. And with Uranus being in there for the next 7.5 to 8 years, it's going to absolutely, for the better, right? As we get to understand and own our part in changing that, okay? Okay, so Spirit wants to talk about this, as well as this, that we get to watch and understand, because everything that we're going to see in the future for this transformation of the country into 4 and 5D, okay, that it is it's already been uploaded, okay. So those of us that have connected to our guides, that are in our energy, that raise our vibrations high enough, we're going to have simplistic understanding about what is happening in our country. Simplistic understanding already has been uploaded. That doesn't mean that everybody will think the same, but for us to be balanced in that energy and help balancing other people with the energy that we carry towards what's happening around us in the future. Hey, Kristen, how's it going? And so that's a blessing, right? Is that knowing that with Uranus in Gemini opens up the channel for things to be swirled around, let's say, and removed here, there, and everywhere, not only in Hungary, but in America, because it's not been put in place, okay? It's a blessing for all of us who are connected to our guides, who do our daily practices, who are filled with the energy of the divine. And it'll be more so, Spirit says, as we get closer to the events needed for removal, that we will all feel confident, Spirit says, in the knowing that it is for the better, okay? And what we will end up doing with other people that are drawn to us is helping them understand, without knowing, how to deal with the subject matter, okay? How to deal with it, and not really understand, but be able to deal with what's happening in the transformation. I feel much better in knowing that, because I'm the person who asks all the time about not how it's going to happen. Hey, Beth. Oh, Beth's in Spain right now. And wow, honey, you got the life. Bless you, bless you, bless you. It must be fabulous there. Yeah, it must be fabulous. But thanks for joining. I'm glad you did. Yeah, that's cool. Very cool. I hope to be from Maui one day, right? So, which will be fabulous. But us knowing that in our own sense of exactly what's going on, and being able to help other people with us being blessed with the information, okay? Not thinking or worrying about. That's why Spirit is, I know, that's why Spirit is so intent on getting people to understand their role in the transformation. Not only their personal self, but for the collective, okay? They call it the cosmic collective, which they've never said before. But that makes sense, right? So our job in our lives, hey Audrey, is to keep our daily practices going. Again, I just talked to a person who's in the memberships, and we were talking about how we protect ourselves from outside energy, okay? It's confidence. Okay, it is believing that nothing can touch you. Nothing can touch you. And Spirit has said that 100 times, right? Nothing can touch any of us or our family members. So, hey, Lacey, and understanding that there's going to be pinholes in our protection, and how do we deal with that when somebody's energy is able to infiltrate us? Okay, and where does it go? It goes to our heart. Right? And how I tap. No, it's not, I don't know what that is, but Spirit, take that away. Take that away. Take that away. Close up that hole. There must be a pinhole somewhere or a crack. I needed to seal that in. And that's all I say. It's the confidence of knowing, Spirit says. The confidence of knowing. And why I bring that up is because when you're giving people information in the future, 26, maybe 27 too, about what's going on in the country, you are in confidence, you're in a confident place of energy, and you're channeling it out of your mouth because you already know it. And then being astounded, Spirit says, of what you just said. And you get comfortable with that. Hey, Dorothy, you become comfortable with that. That's the norm for you. And then what happens is your vibration gets higher and higher and higher in fifth dimension. See? So as we watch everything start to happen, as we watch everything start to truly take place, because it's going to, there's no such thing as fear. Don't fear. Don't do any of that kind of stuff. Some people will. They watch the program, right? That are in my circle, let's say. And it's best to remind yourself not to be fearful, okay? They've got you, 100%. They've got you. Stop. Again, my thing is, Bill, stop. Bill, stop. My phone, Spirit says, Bill is waiting. Well, yeah. Well, yeah, Lisa, I'm waiting for you. Come on, let's go. It's true. I just got chills. Holy shoot, Lise. Wow. Wow. Yeah. Yeah. Waiting for everybody, right? Let's do this together. That's what it's about, right? What it's about is keeping ourselves not at the plateau. If I could get everybody to the plateau, it'd be awesome, right? Because as a powerful force, and traveling together in different areas of 4 and 5D, right? Different vibrations. Let's say it is the collective is much stronger because we're covered on all sides. See, so as we go forward, and everybody who truly understands it gets invoked or gets I don't want to say prodded, but as we all take our places, starting now, right, into the rest of 26 and 27, and how the collective energy of all the pods, because I have a pod, right? Other people have a pod, be it leadership, be it whatever, right? Again, it could be a friendship thing, right? They all cover the country entirely. The pods will cover the country totally. Okay, and that means that the country's protected. All right. Now, we know that as we protect the country, as things start to pop off, that it is going to be something where we have to calm people down about the terrorist threat, which there is no terrorist threat. Okay, they will claim that there is a terrorist threat. They will try before they are removed to put things in place, which will not happen. And just our energy as a whole will be able to move that, will dissipate that energy of their belief. More and more people will become non-believers because of the pods covering the country to protect it from what they would like to do, from fear. Okay, so I didn't think we were going to go in this direction with this. So, yeah, didn't know we were going to do this. It's all because of Uranus going into Gemini that all these things are opening up so that we can understand what our duty is. I don't like the word duty, Spirit. Hey, Kathleen. I don't like the word duty. Let's say a mission. Let's use that as a mission. That it's our mission in this lifetime to do what we need to do to raise the country into 4 and 5D. It will be 5D in the end by 2050. Okay? So, as Spirit has talked about before, we were chosen as the country to do this work. Youngest country on the planet, big country, right? Okay? Largest economy, largest military. All right? So, us understanding that the earth and God have chosen us at the inception of the country to be this country that's going to lead the world into the future as a country of loving, caring, trustful people. Okay? And so that makes sense. Okay. Okay, so how we get that is by the pods banding together, covering the country with divine energy, with divine ascension, and people being free to receive it, to be activated from it. Because for most people, it's already been downloaded. It just needs to be uploaded with the energy as we cover the country. Okay? Spirit keeps saying, because love will win. Love will win, love will win. And younger people are already on board. If they're not on board yet, they're in the process of becoming. And they will be our base. They will be the base of the connection to the collective. Okay? And as we fill in our individual spots in the pod. Okay, now they're showing me when we pass, we go into heaven, to spirit, whatever you want to call it. There's pods of our souls, and we go back to the pod that we came from, and it could have 250 souls. It could have 250,000 souls. It could have 250 million souls. Nobody actually knows. But so it's going to be similar to that. When the collective does come together, as the energy becomes more. Oh, I don't know what that is, Spirit. Congruent. No. I don't know what that word is, Spirit. Conducive. Let's use the word conducive. Okay. Use the word conducive to everybody joining and with their selective energy to protect our own space, our own pod, our own understanding. You'll have other people that will want to join you in your quest, in your journey. Many will not be ready for it. They will not be ready for it. They will find others that are similar to them. Okay, does that make sense? So wherever you're at in your journey, so wherever you're at in your journey, after you have come to terms with your intuition, okay, that your responsibility is to the collective, okay? It's to the collective. Sorry, FedEx truck is outside and Cujo's gonna go off in a minute, so she's outside. There we go. Yeah. So Daisy, yeah. So for us to understand that our 100%. I'm gonna bring you in, guys. Hang on. Get in here. Get in here. Come on. Get in here. Okay. Door's closed. Okay. So as we go through this, as we go through the journey, and as people try to come with us on our journey, the energy's not going to match. Okay, and most of you will not. You will not have to explain anything to them. They will get the fact that the vibration doesn't match. Okay. Okay, so it's kind of like the lifelong friends thing, right? I've been friends with them since blah, 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 and now we don't have anything in common, and they've gone their way and I've gone mine. Perfect. It'll be that way, okay? Others, Spirit says, will blend with your energy, and you'll be able to raise their vibration because they have not been dutiful in their spiritual practices, okay, and so that's gonna be something that is not going to need to be decided, okay. It will just happen. This is what is so amazing about that, is the fact that with Uranus going into Gemini, everything flows, transformation flows, crazy shit flows. Where, again, I will state this again, thank you, Spirit, we're going to see things we've never seen before. We're going to hear about things we've never thought of could be possible before, in the negative sense, okay? And that is them digging all of the negative, gross sludge up and tossing it away. They're showing me tossing it up into the atmosphere and it not coming back down. It's going away. It's being removed. It's being removed from the atmosphere, being removed from the earth and gone into space. Okay? And that's what the cleansing's all about. Is that as it happens, we are surprised at how it happens because it doesn't fall back, which most of us will expect, right? As I know, they're going to dig up stuff from the founding of the country and how the country was set up and how it is now coming to an end, how it all was set up by rich white men, okay? Where women had no rights and brown people had no rights, especially the African-American people had no rights. They were counted as possessions, okay? And in censuses and things like that. As that gets digged up, okay, as the history gets dug up, as the energy gets dug up, as the material gets dug up, and it's removed, the country will elevate. It will ascend, okay? Because people will be treated differently in a good way, okay? As the energy that was underneath, let's say underneath the country, the country was built on, is removed, okay? So that's a lot. That's a lot in that right there. Is that we're going to be, the more spiritual that you are and the more connected you are to your guides, to the divine, the bottom will not feel like it's falling out from underneath you. It will, you will feel solid, and people will be able to feel that you feel solid. Okay? Now, ego is a crazy thing. Ego is a crazy thing. Hey, Shannon. And we all know that, right? So it's all about us working on our ego while that is happening, okay? While that is happening. How do we do that? Ego, that's not true, that's a lie. When it talks about fear, we're going to fall off. We're not going to have enough to eat. We're not going to have this. We're not going to have that. Yes, you are. You'll be fine. You'll be fine. But changing that narrative in your energy is super, super important because you will be challenged to, okay? And that's not anything that is the same for everybody because everybody's in a different place, right? Chimes. But it's going to challenge you into accepting who you are. It's going to challenge you to understand that you have to take your place. You have to take your place. And others around you will see that and understand that. Okay? And then the love factor comes in. All right? So as these things start to happen, you will be more balanced, more understanding, more in love with yourself. And that will translate to world love, universal love, becoming those citizens. Okay? You may not understand it at first, where you are getting chills, right? Or your heart's getting really flowy and really big and really full of love, and it shouldn't be, and you're wondering why, because your ego is telling you, why do you feel like that? It's horrible that you feel like that. You should be sad, you should be afraid, you should be this, you should be that. No, I don't. The difference between people who are muggles in 3D now and people who watch this program and others like it they're in elevation. They're in ascension, right? And so they're not as fearful. They're not as scared about things that you can't control. Can't control it. They got us. That's 100%. There should be no worry, Spirit says. There should be no worry at all. Understanding that the people that we love and the people in our families are protected, divinely protected. And what else do you need? Nothing. But you have to believe it. You've got to be confident in it because fear will ruin you. Hey, Amanda. Fear will ruin you, and it has ruined us for thousands of years. And that's going to be replaced with belief, with trust, with love, with knowing. It's already been uploaded. Energy just has to make it happen for all of us. And it's coming. And it's coming. See? And that's what is so very, very beautiful, is that it gets easier now as we're going forward. Our responsibility is to heal ourselves of hang on, they're giving me two different things. Hang on, guys. It's right there. It's like, yeah. Hey, Debbie. That it is healing ourselves of our human wounds. Okay? That is our people we love passing away. Okay? Mom, dad, granny, grandpa, grandma, whatever, right? Brother, sister, whatever, right? And us understanding that we have to take that on. How do you take that on? By challenging yourself to clear. What does that mean? Personally, okay, I can do that. No. Family-wise, if mom passed away or dad passed away or grandma or grandpa passed away and their belongings are still either in your house or in their house or in their apartment or whatever, okay? If it's your responsibility, your family's responsibility to clear that out, you have to clear it out. The longer that you keep their stuff in their place, the closer you are to needing to do it, to get it done, to face it, to finish it, because everyone in the family is going to be connected to that energy, but one person, maybe two people, are going to be the ones who have to do it. Plain and simple. Plain and simple, right? And if you feel like you can't do it, you have to face that and you have to do it, right? Those are some of the fears that we have to take care of in 3D as people pass, right? Friendships, forgiving people about friendships. They are who they are. They're following their journey exactly how their journey is supposed to happen, as are you. Loving that part of yourself that goes, okay, I can understand. Healing that part of yourself that is codependent. Healing that part of yourself that, because as you do it, others are going to follow you and you don't have a choice. They're going to follow you. Or you wouldn't be watching Coach for the Soul and other things like it. You wouldn't. You're brought to this space for a reason. My energy, what we talk about, spirit, your guides, my guides, whatever. I don't understand most of it, but I know, my glasses keep falling down, but I know that we have to heal ourselves. Hey, Michelle, that we have to heal ourselves to allow ourselves to ascend quicker. So Michelle says, is it okay to keep some of their stuff in their house? Is cleaning it out, going through. It is, the sooner you can get it done out of the house, the better, okay? And sell the house, right? To break that energy, to break that third dimensional energy grasp on your collective, which is your what's it called? It's where it's not inherited. It is lineage, okay? So after the house clean out. The answer is up to 12 months, yes. But don't have pictures of them out in your house, okay? Do not have, and the reason for that is because when you're in your house, if there's a picture of them out in your house, then they're drawn to that energy that's in the house. You're stopping them from actually, they're already up to 10 steps. They're already in spirit, in heaven. But their energy, right? It's just kind of like, remember when the TV used to go off and it was static? That's what it looks like to me. That's the way they show me that they're not put together yet. Okay, so for them to have pictures or whatever in your house, it stops you from healing. Number one, ego tells you that you need that picture and you'll get over it. That's not true. It isn't true. Okay. Family will tell you where are all your pictures out of your mom and your dad and your brother who passed away. I don't have any of that stuff. They're in a box, and when I move, it's gonna go in the garbage because I'm healed from that stuff, right? I know who they are. They're in my heart. They're in my head. They're connected to me 100%. I'm healed. I'm healed from that. See? So Michelle says, what about their urn? No. No. Take them someplace and that they loved, okay? Spread their ashes. But when you have their bodily ashes in your house, it's an altar to the dead. It's not what you want. That's not what you want. That's not what you want. Okay? Just simply because it can draw. It's not evil. It can draw negativity into your house. Okay? And others will say possibly something different. This is what I get from my guides, because both my parents were their ashes were spread. My brother's ashes were spread, right? Because at our house in northern Michigan, just south of Houghton Lake, that we grew up in. Yeah, that would be the beach. Exactly. You know, my mom and dad and my brother are at our house on the lake in northern Michigan, just south of Houghton Lake, and in the house that we no longer own. But my mom and dad built that house with my aunts and uncles and my grandma and grandpa. So, okay, in the 1950s, I think it was the 50s, and on a private lake, little teeny lake, up on the hill, yeah, and they're all there, right? I'm gonna be tossed in the ocean on the beach. That's the whole thing, you know. My sister, I don't know, she'll say with my brother, probably he lives in Jupiter, Florida, probably someplace around there, maybe on Jupiter Beach or whatever, you know, who knows? Jupiter Island, probably, yeah. So we all have those types of things, and it is a perfect place for us to blend with the environment, to blend with the soil, to blend with the air, to just be, it's amazing. It's amazing. I mean, I have relatives in my home city, right? No one's been there for 40 years. They're just forgotten. That's why? Why? You know, because they're always with us anyway, right? My granny and grandma are still around. My grandpas are still around. And I never met my grandpas, but they always come in because I know what they look like, right? So the cool thing about being in fifth dimension is that the third dimensional things we heal from, we no longer need. And that's the blessing, because that foundation is gone. Hence, Uranus in Gemini. Uranus is tear it down and let it scatter. Let it scatter. It's not needed anymore. That foundation is no longer needed. And Gemini's like, okay, gone. What a blessing. It's magic. See? So that's why it's so very, very important to purge your stuff, to get rid of your stuff. I don't care whose it is, because everything has energy in it. And I'm sure that some of you will remember years ago when I threw away my rocking chair from my childhood on a Sunday, right? At 6 o'clock in the morning, right? Taking a walk in my complex. It was August, I believe, and got this feeling, and Spirit said, take that damn rocking chair and throw it in the garbage can. I'm like, why would I do that? That's where my mom rocked me when I was dying of kidney disease, right? That's where my mom helped me survive. That's how my mom did all these things. That's how my mom, with her nausea, rocked me anyway to get her little boy to go to sleep. Why would I do that? And I went, oh shit. She bought it in 1960. I think they got it in 1965, 1966. Probably before then. And I still had it till 2018, 2019. Took it to every place I ever lived in 4 different states. Came with me because it was my chair. But I needed to break that, right? I needed to put it in and it took everything. I put it in the back of my car. I went to the dumpster and I'm like, oh my God, I can't throw this away. I just can't. And ego said, Bill, you're not going to throw this away. There's no way you can throw this away. But you can't do that. You can't, it's how you survived is that chair. I'm like, oh. So I took it out and I just said, stop. I have to throw this away. And I put it in the dumpster, shut the door, smashed it, and came back home. And whew, felt fantastic because I got the energy out of my house. See? That's why you want to declutter your house, right? I can say this because I'm going to do this probably today or tomorrow. I have my great aunt's hand-carved nativity scene from Jerusalem from 1953, 1954 that my mom inherited. And of course, I was the decorator in the house at Christmas time, of course. I still have it. Well, if anybody wants it, let me know, because I'll send it to you for free, right? I also have her figurines from the 1940s and 50s that came from Germany and from France, and because she was extremely wealthy. My Uncle Bill, who I'm named after, was the vice president of U.S. Steel. So he was my great uncle, and I was named after him. That makes me really, I can't believe I'm emotional about that, because I'm getting emotional about that. And I've never been emotional about that. That's interesting. That's interesting. Yeah, that's interesting. Ooh, wow, it came out of nowhere. So, Dorothy, you want it? I'll send it to you, Dorothy, if you want it. Okay? Yeah. Just text me your address and I'll send it. Oh, I can get it off of PayPal, because we had a reading. Yeah. So So I have those types of things. I have my mom's silverware that's silver plated or something like that. I have my grandmother's beautiful gold rimmed china down by my basement, down the bottom of the stairs. I've had that since 1975, right? Because I wanted it. I don't know why I wanted it, but I don't know why I wanted it. But for my grandmother, I still have that. Well, I found out yesterday where I can call and they'll come and pick stuff like that up, right? We have to declutter our stuff. We have to get rid of things that were our family's things, okay? Because the love we have is here. The love we have is surrounding us. The love we have, again, that's interesting. Not my brother, I hope not. Like the situation just happened with my great uncle, with my Uncle Bill, right? Every time I say that, they're here anyway. The ancestors are always here, as well as their spirit guides. And so as you declutter, as you remove that energy, that third dimensional energy from your house, you do more to help yourself ascend and heal. I haven't pulled my grandmother's china out since 1990. God, probably 1993. Probably 1993. That's a long ass time for them to be in a box, wrapped in paper and like tissue paper. I mean, my mother completely packed it in this beautiful way, right? Don't need it. Don't need it in my energy. My great aunt's ornaments and the hand carved out of wood nativity scene, things like that you don't even think about, right? Because it's just your stuff. Yeah. So as you get not really activated, but as you're pointed towards your ascension, Joy, if you'd like to do that, I will send them to you if you'd like to sell them. But I'm not that kind of guy. I'm the guy that gets rid of shit and just throws it away and say bye-bye, it's good, So, but if you like it, I'll send them to you. Some of them have felt and things like that. So, they're pretty amazing. Hey, Haley, what's going on? Haley says, you want to get those appraised? No, I don't, honey. I'll send them to you if you'd like to do that. That's fine. I can send them to you or Joy. Again, if you'd like those, I can send them to you. Because that's not who I am. I'm the get rid of it and go kind of guy. So as you're pushed towards, or it envelops you, and Lisa, that's okay. Lisa has some of her pet's ashes. That's fine to have. But I would also purge yourself of those, Spirit says. Okay, purge yourself of those because most you've already healed. Most you've already healed from. Most you've already healed from. Okay. And again, it's all about the healing process, right? It's all about things that no longer serve. It is, and even if you don't move, like I've moved a lot since 1984, when I first left my mom and dad's house for the first time, to Chicago, and then from there I went back, and so I moved quite a few times across 4 states, in the Midwest, and so I purged a lot. I purged a lot as I've moved because I didn't want to move it, and that's a blessing for people who have not moved. Like my sister, she's been in the same house for a really long time, and she's now purging clothes and all kinds of different things that she didn't even know she still had. I think she still has my mom's wedding dress in the cedar chest that my mom used to have in our attic. I believe she still has my mom's wedding dress. And all my great aunt's dolls. My great aunt collected dolls from all over the world, and I believe my sister still has those in the cedar chest, right? From the probably the 1930s, the 1940s, 1950s. She probably still has them that my mother would not let her touch when she was a child. But she got all those that were in the cedar chest. Again, do people have cedar chests anymore? Probably not. See? Purging. What do you do with those kind of things? Something you don't want to throw away. Again, the wedding dress could be given to a salon that takes donations. There's all kinds of things like that. Because my mom got married in 1950, and she was 100 pounds and 5 foot tall. So I don't know how that's going to work, but it could possibly work. Yeah. So Lisa says, what about cards and letters from friends and family that have passed? I've tossed that stuff away. Again, because it still has energy. Their penmanship is in it, right? Again, that's energy, right? Energy is writing. Energy is all those types of things, right? Those are the things that you want to purge, because their energy is still there, even though it might be in a drawer or a cabinet or something like that. It is a distraction, Spirit says. It's a spiritual distraction because that energy should be already have been cleared out. As when people as people pass away. Yeah, as people pass away, in fact, I threw away death announcements from my aunts, my dad's sisters, that I had in my bundle of cards and letters, and those are the kind of things that I just was looking for something, and I said, what's all this stuff? What's all this shit, right? And I went through, I don't need that, I don't need that, I don't need that. And some people will, Bill, that seems callous. No, that's healed. That's healed. That's healed. I'm healed. I love my aunts. They were extremely good to me. I was a special child to them, and because of the voice in my head, right? Everybody knew what Billy had, who Billy was, because that was the spiritual side of the family. And my grandfather was a medium and a healer, and my Uncle Charlie, my dad's brother-in-law, he was a oh God, what is it called? They call it a sensitive. And they lived at Camp Chesterfield in Chesterfield, Indiana, which is the 3rd largest energy vortex in the country. And I was there every summer as I was growing up. It was pretty freaking amazing. Not really knowing what the voice in my head was, because they never told me. But my Uncle Charlie used to give me dimes. He would ask me questions, and I'd tell him the answer, what happened on this date, and he'd give me dimes, and I keep finding dimes everywhere. Uncle Charlie's here, yeah. I just found one in the dryer today, right? came out of nowhere. Proof that our ancestors are with us all the time. They lead us in and to our destination in the future, right? They're with us all the time. Once you've healed. My Aunt Pauline, his wife, last person in my dad's family to pass away, she was 92, right? Wow, you know? Again, just those types of things that, I mean, I love her to death. I mean, she was so kind to me. And so sweet. Where my mom was my mom, you know, she wasn't that type of woman. But my aunts cared about me in that way because of my granny. You know, came from France, 4'5", couldn't barely talk English, right? Yeah, she says my granny. Yeah. But that love side of the family, right? So yeah. So Uncle Charlie and Aunt Pauline are, yeah, I see them all the time in my head. I can lay my head down and go to sleep, and all of a sudden people show up in my face, right? In my eyes. So it's clearing, but it's lovely when they show up, right? Because they're just coming in with their energy by showing me their faces. Happens all the time. See? Happens all the time. And that's when you can get that big heart moment, right? Of, oh my gosh. And what's crazy is that my cousin, who's their son, is the largest American Indian artifact dealer in the world. Yes, in the world. Right? Because Camp Chesterfield is on top of an old Indian burial ground next to a creek. And he found arrowheads when he was a child. He was always had his freaking body in the freaking creek looking for arrowheads. Divinely guided? I kind of think so. But now he has the largest catalog for American Indian artifacts in the world. The catalog's like this thick. It's crazy. See? So our families are still with us all the time. My mom and dad are, I mean, they're not here, but every once in a while they'll drop in. With my sister a lot, right? My brother's here all the freaking time. He moved the freaking chair last week, right? I'm sure you saw that on Facebook, where he moved the freaking chair for some reason so I would know that he was here. Dude, just talk to me. Right? But I think it's because the physical of him moving the chair was more impactful for me than it would be if I was having a conversation with him. Yeah. Everyday conversation, right? Hey, you're passed away, but I can still hear you. We still have a conversation about stuff. Yeah. See? So they do those things. When you're missing something, guess what? All of a sudden it's there. Yeah. See? Because they know you're looking for it, right? Because they're paying attention to everything. That's what is so amazing, is the team around you and above your head. You all have spirit guides in an ivory tower above your head. Ask them for what you want. Ask them for what you want. Joyce says, Camp Chesterfield is a cool place. Very cool place. Very cool place. It's only 4 hours. It's 4 hours from here, down I-69. Yeah. I need to afford I-69. You go down. It's right. It's right outside of Anderson, Indiana. Yeah. It's pretty archaic. Yeah. It's very cool. Very cool. And when I went to my aunt's funeral with my cousin from Jackson, first time I've been to the camp in, gosh, probably 50 years, right? And we came through the entrance, and I'm like, whoa, jeez. I mean, he goes, are you okay? I'm like, whoa, there's a million people here. You know, and I was like, holy cow. We drove by their house, and yeah, that's Uncle Charlie, Aunt Pauline and Uncle Charlie's house. And yeah, I was drawn to that. And then the bookstore's across the street, and da-da-da. It's like, oh my God, it's like I'm 10 years old again, 12 years old again. It was very cool. Very, 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 very cool. See? Have I been back since? No. Would I like to go back? I'd like to go back before I go to Maui, but I don't think I'm going to have a chance. Because I don't think I'm supposed to have a chance. Bill would like to go. Their idea is different. Bill, okay, that's the past. You're good. But the memories of being there was fantastic. See? We played in the graveyard all freaking day. Kind of weird, right? But that's what we did. Yeah, yeah. See? So as we heal that part of ourselves, of our family, and our friends passing, again, my friends are passing. I'm 66, right? They're starting to pass away. Once that's done, yeah, okay, cool. I'm good. Others that I know will wrap themselves in that because they haven't healed from their moms and their dads passing away, or their grandmas and grandpas, or their grannies, right? We have to. That open wound, that open sore has to be healed because you have work to do. I know, Spirit. You have work to do. Your transformation is important to the collective. Your transformation is why you're here, is to be ready for your future and all the greatness that it brings. See? That's why we're that generation. That's why we chose to be here now. It didn't happen by chance, everybody. You know that, right? Some of us had to wait a little while longer with a voice in our head when we were kids to actually understand why we have a voice in our head, why we can connect to people who passed away, why we get shoots, like just shots of energy where we wince and we get the chills and our crown chakra lights up and our heart gets big. All the things that we never understood back in the day. Didn't understand that. There was no internet. There was no anything. How closed off were we back then? A lot, you know. And as we know more and more about our families with our DNA, right? As we heal more and more our families and understanding that we have to say, that we have to forgive everybody. Have to. For you. Not for them, for you. Because you're the sensitive that is carrying around a heart full of, oh my gosh, I'm sad. Heal it. Forgive them, right? Again, if therapy is in order, you go to therapy to talk to a human who can understand and give you understanding on why your little kid inside feels bad. Because I know lots of people that their little kids drive their bus of their life. And they don't understand why until they get it and go, oh shit, that's crazy, Bill. Yeah. Been there, done that. We all have. We are not people of this, we're not people of this earth right now. We've been here for over 12,000 years. So as you heal yourself in this lifetime, you also heal past lives. Blessing? I would think so. You're lighter, you're more fun, you don't think as much. Freaking stop thinking. Just go into being, right? And it's hard. Especially when you have obligations and things like that, right? But you take your time until you can take all the time that you want. So what does Shannon say? Making some sense. I like to say less is more. Oh yeah. Less is always more. Less is always more. You know, that's why when I move, I'm not taking anything with me at all because I don't have to. Number one. Number two, if I was going to move and stay in the continental United States, right? I would probably not take anything. I would probably buy brand new. You know, I never buy anything that's been used. You know, because you have to de-energize it. I don't want to do that. I'd rather have the energy of it traveling to me or whatever. Yeah. See. Because when I do move, there's a company that resettles people, and I'm going to call them and have them come and they'll pack everything up. Dishes, silverware, everything, glasses, everything, pots and pans, all the furniture, everything. And they'll take it to their warehouse and they'll use it for a resettlement. Yeah. See? It's great furniture. It's pretty cool furniture too, right? Because again, they'll take the paintings. They'll take all of because that's a painting. They'll take the other prints that are in my house. And they'll take everything. They'll take the whole thing. I have people to take the plants, which is cool. But they'll take everything. Yeah. See? So making a fresh new start, which is what all of us have to do eventually. Usually we do that when we get married. You know, from being single, especially for guys, even ladies too, right? We start once we move out of our mom and dad's house or whatever. Yeah. Julie, the plants are going to be given away. Yeah, the plants are going to be given away. Yeah. They're pretty huge, right? Yeah. the rubber tree is pretty huge. That just happened in the last 2 years, once my relationship with Lee ended. Yeah. And the tree back there, that's 38 years old. That was at my mom's funeral in 1988. Yeah. Yup. And I got other ones. Yep, I got other ones. Yeah, but that's the oldest. The oldest right there. Yeah. And again, it probably should go, right? When I move, I'm not going to take the plants with me. Again, that's my mom's funeral. Her best friends gave her this little plant. And it should not be that. And it's been to 10 different apartments in my 35 years of working in shoes. Yeah. So, yeah. So anyway, guys, got any questions, let me know. Okay. Readings are still on sale. Going to go till the end of the month next Sunday. Okay. Don't know if I'm going to extend it or not. I believe that, I don't know. You know, so Dorothy says, you mentioned the plants. Can anyone tell me how to clear my plants of scale? I love the plants, but in fact, I don't know what that is. Steve has a plant for my mom's house too. Oh, that's cool. Yeah. Google it, Dorothy. It'll probably tell you how to descale your plants. Yeah. So readings are on sale through the end of the month. Not sure if I'm going to extend it or not. You can buy them now, use them later. There's gift certificates for Mother's Day and for Father's Day, for any day, okay, on the website. If you buy them now, you can get the sale price, okay, of $65 for a half hour, $105 for 60 minutes. Give that to your mom, your dad, your sister, whoever, right? Birthdays, perfect gift, especially if they're into their spiritual self, if they want to know, if they want to ask questions, if they want to know what the hell is going on in their life. I'd be the guy. And memberships, okay? We had our monthly membership Zoom meeting last night. It was another phenomenal freaking Zoom. I am like so excited after we do those because of everybody's inclusion, everybody's just their vibrancy and their energy and how they just combine together for this beautiful, amazing transformation of people. And how month by month they transform and they do all these cool things that happen in 30 days. And it's just joyous. It's just joyous. It's so cool because I've never been part of anything like that. And it just goes to show that being in a collective of people, I think there's 28 people. It's pretty great. It's pretty great that I talk to every month. Yeah. So it's all on billhobart.com. You know, just look for the tabs. They're all right there. Writer's ring, and I don't know what that's about, so we'll find out in a minute. So if you guys have questions, let me know. You know how to get in touch with me. You can do Messenger. You can do Bill Hobart, or you can do Bill at billhobart.com. That's all on the website. Phone's on the website. Okay. I'm always around. I'm always open. I'm always available. Don't feel like you're going to bother me because you're not going to bother me because I'm in this energy all the time anyway. It gives me something to do by actually helping people to understand what the heck's going on. Okay. And again, just simple questions. Like somebody asked, who's in my house? Was it you ask them who's in your house? Well, no, I thought I just asked you. Well, ask them, get used to asking who's in my house. They're moving stuff around. Why? You know, right? Why? Like when the chair moved. I'm like, okay, who the frick did that? As I posted on Facebook, and be like, Bill, who did that? And then I heard Carl, my brother. Carly moved it. What are you moving it for? So you could know that I was there. Brother, I know you're here all the time. You don't really say anything to me anymore. So, you know, like mom and dad, you know, yeah, you don't need us to anymore. I know. But we're always around, protected, right? So, call me, text me, whatever, doesn't matter. Okay. So, another good program, guys. Love you so much. Namaste, everybody. I'm glad you stuck with me. Need something, let me know, okay? And I'll see you next Thursday. Coach for the Soul, Thursdays at 3. See you guys.